Forget the polite smiles you see before the camera lenses. Forget the diplomatic handshakes and the colorful royal tours that fill the morning news. What you are watching on your television screens is nothing more than a perfect facade. A mask designed to hide a truth that is currently making the most powerful corridors in Westminster tremble with absolute fear. There is a secret that Downing Street does not want you to know. A jaw-dropping reality about the man who currently sits first in line to the throne. Prince William is no longer just a future king waiting for his time. Right now, at this very moment, he is wielding an ultimate political weapon, a type of invisible dark power that carries a destructive force far greater than any act of parliament. According to top-secret insider leaks from within the government that we have just accessed, this fear has reached a boiling point. One senior cabinet minister allegedly confessed in a closed-door meeting just last week that they are not facing a mere prince. They are facing an unstoppable tsunami that threatens to wash away their entire agenda. So what is truly happening behind the closed doors of Kensington Palace? Why would a government that controls the army, the police, and the national treasury be terrified of a man who on paper is forbidden from interfering in politics? The answer will send shivers down your spine. It is not found in the constitutional powers written in the statutes. It is not found in the dry law books from the 17th century. The true power of Prince William lies in a place that the Prime Minister and his cabinet cannot touch, cannot control, and absolutely cannot defeat. Veteran royal analysts are calling this phenomenon the William effect. It is a bizarre and unprecedented political anomaly. While the approval ratings of elected politicians are free-falling into the abyss due to the economic crisis, soaring energy prices, and broken promises, William is quietly building an empire of trust that is solid enough to be terrifying. He does not need to campaign. He does not need to lobby. A single frown from the prince regarding a public policy or a casual remark about environmental failure is enough to obliterate 6 months of government PR efforts in an instant. But that is just the tip of the iceberg. What is keeping Downing Street awake at night is not just William's popularity, but how he has started to use it. Internal intelligence reports indicate that the Prince of Wales has completely changed his tactics. Gone is the stoic silence of the late Queen Elizabeth. Gone is the soft diplomacy of King Charles. William is playing an entirely new game. It is a game where he is ready to use a soft veto to reshape the future of the United Kingdom on his own terms. And right now, I am about to reveal the first piece of evidence regarding the rise of this power. A leaked document from the Cabinet Office has confirmed that the Prime Minister is frantically searching for a way to neutralize William's influence before the next general election. But it seems they are already too late. The machine has been switched on. A covert constitutional clash is raging, and the first casualty of this war might just be the political careers of the very men trying to suppress him. Hold on to your seats, because what I am about to expose in the next part will blow the lid off this entire secret power network. To understand why the government is currently in a state of panic, we have to strip away the fairy tale. For decades, the British public has been sold a very specific lie that the monarchy is purely ceremonial, a powerless decoration that cuts ribbons and waves from balconies. We have been told that the real power lies solely in the House of Commons with elected officials who answer only to the people. The William effect. A power no government can stop, but that narrative is about to collapse. There is a mechanism buried deep within the British Constitution, a procedure so archaic and obscure that most citizens have never even heard its name. It is called prince's consent. And right now, William is weaponizing it in a way that has never been seen before. This is not the same as royal assent, which is the formality of the monarch signing a bill into law after it's passed. No, prince's consent happens before. It happens in the shadows. Long before a proposed law is debated in Parliament, long before the press hears about it, and certainly long before you get to vote on it, the draft legislation is quietly sent to Kensington Palace. If a bill affects the hereditary revenues, personal property or interests of the Prince of Wales, specifically the massive dush of Cornwall estate, William has the legal right to vet it. He gets to see the fine print before the country's elected representatives do. In the past, this was treated as a polite formality, but insiders say those days are over. Reports suggest that under William's new strategy, this consultation process has turned into a negotiation battlefield. He is allegedly not just reading these drafts, he is scrutinizing them. Sources close to the legislative process claim that government ministers are now terrified of the red box returning from the palace with notes, questions, and subtle demands for alterations. The terrifying reality for the Prime Minister is that William has the leverage to stall legislation that he deems incompatible with his vision for the Dush, effectively giving him a silent veto over specific government policies. Imagine the chaos this causes behind the scenes. You have a government trying to push through radical reforms on housing, energy, or land use only to hit a brick wall that the public cannot see. They cannot complain about it publicly because that would trigger a constitutional crisis. They cannot ignore it because the procedure is law. They are trapped, and William knows it. He is using this leverage not to block laws entirely, but to shape them, ensuring that the monarchy's interests are insulated from the government's modernization crusade. This is the root of the tension we are seeing today. It is not just a personality clash between a prince and a prime minister. It is a struggle for the pen that writes the law. The government thought they could bypass the monarchy to modernize Britain, but they forgot that the monarchy holds the keys to the gate. And as we dig deeper into this, we find that William's ambition goes far beyond just protecting his estate. There is a specific dossier of passion projects that insiders claim he is pushing for. Projects that directly contradict the government's current austerity measures. If you think the silent veto is scary, wait until you hear about the shadow cabinet he is building. That is what I'm going to expose in the next part.